What's good, my people? Appreciate you tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Matchmakers. We got a guest that will be coming on in a little bit, Coach Mack. Coach for the YFN. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, for your support. Before we get started, I definitely want to ask a question, and this is just for y'all to think about, right? And it's preparation, right? We spend most of our time trying to, see if a kid is good enough on the field. But I want to ask you guys, are you truly preparing your child to succeed on all levels, or is it just currently youth football? And the reason why I ask is because so many individuals, far as players, they're not they're not ready. They're not established. They don't much of anything. Only thing they know is how to play football, right? Some of them they act up or misbehave in school, not understanding that you have to have grades, right? So, are we preparing them? Are the coaches preparing them? Because I also see some coaches that, that said that, man, I be asking for too much, but I literally ran into a video and I would actually see if I can play the video, you know. But in this video, the man did everything that y'all told me coaches can't do. So now it makes me ask the question: are some of them just being lazy, or they don't want to do it, or do they truly think that it's not achievable to do the things that I'm asking? You know what I'm saying? But let me go into the comment section real quick. D1 Caden says, what's the word? He says Duval Jags 6U need a home this Saturday. Says, will anybody team counsel last minute? He says, Young and D says, what's good? Aza was good. Hey, y'all beat Aza to the punch tonight. Usually the first comment. Robert, what's good? He says, what it do, Ken? Ben Ben One, what's good, bro? Appreciate y'all being in here. So, as y'all, like I said, as y'all know, man, we got YFN head coach Mack coming on tonight. We gonna ask some of the questions. Now, this is my type of interview, as far as being able to really get all of the, the speculation out of what this man said and that man said. But let me get back to my point. I just want to know, are y'all truly preparing y'all kids to succeed on all levels? Because it's very important. It's now we're in a different time, a different day and age where folks are looking to take kids who are well prepared to go to the next level, right? It's almost like the best qualifier, right? For a company. If you go to college, they're going to select the ones who got the best grades, right? Who has the most experience and all those type of things. This is the same thing that applies in youth football, high school football, college football. They're going to look for people that are well prepared, well groomed, right? Parents that have great attitudes, right? All of these things are going to matter. So that's why I ask. In one of the ways I'm asking too, when I'm looking at the X's and O's, are the coaches teaching the players the right thing to do? So, for instance, you will have a coach that will punt on a 4th and 25, right? I mean, not punt, but who would go for it or run the ball on a 4th and 25. Or you will have a coach when they should be kneeling, running the ball up, run the ball, trying to run the clock up. Or you will have a coach calling timeouts at the wrong time, right? All of these things, it helps the kids understand the game better. So, as I said, when we see a bunch of teams that's already up 100, well, 40 points, and still trying to keep their starters in because they just want to hold them to a zero. Is that right preparation for your child? So all of these things that accumulates, it makes sense. You can teach your child a bunch of bad habits, right? What's up, coach? Hold on 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Yo, coach, can you hear me? I don't know if he. Yo, yeah, he on, but I don't know if he can hear me. Hey, coach. Oh, okay, there you go. Can you hear me? All right, there you go. Man, got you on two different spots. What's the word, coach?
What's good? What's happening?
Not much, man. Appreciate you coming on the show, man.
No problem, dog. No problem. Let me get where I
Yeah.
can sit down and can hear me good. What's going on?
Nothing much, man. So I'm a person, I like to get everything that's out there, from the horse's mouth and what goes on. Cause
The truth.
yes, people lie, man. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately. So, I've been wanting to get you on for a minute, but shout out to Coach Trevon, reaching out to you and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
just go ahead and introduce yourself, for those who may not know you. Or, yeah, just
Oh,
let them know what you do and where you at.
yeah. Coach Rod Mack, the head coach of Miami Gardens Ravens, 11U YFN, um, 7-time national champion. Um, was one of the most successful coaches in the country.
Well, since we there, coach, my question: why 11U? What made you go down to 11U? You could have went to many ages. Why did you choose 11 in a state that got probably the most 11Us that are nationally ranked?
That's why. That's why it was to be honest with you, man, I was retiring. I was done. I felt like, it wasn't pretty much nothing else for me to accomplish in youth football, to be honest with you. But Fred was very, 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 very persistent. He wouldn't leave me alone about it. And just real, it was an opportunity for me to kind of uh on some way, at some level, groom like the younger guys to what it takes to be, to play at this level and they show me their passion they have for it, and it's just everything that I know, the knowledge that I gained over this time, I want to be able to pass that along. So, and then have the opportunity to do it, to compete against other good teams. It's no fun if if you can't get, if there's no competition. So that made it all worth the while. You know what I mean?
All right, so coach, it took y'all a minute to really come out and then start playing those
Mhm.
games. And I was one of those folks that was saying, you know, um, like, yeah, I believe that you were going to be one of the top teams. I said this before the season started, once
Mhm.
they got Mr. Everywhere and stuff
Mhm.
like that. But I was also one that wasn't trying to put you guys at fourth until you earned it, right? Until
I
you
got you.
played some of those top teams, which
Mhm.
you just did.
Mhm.
What when did you feel like you were ready? Because I know Bugatti said that you basically, one of the coaches said that you didn't play because you stated that you wasn't ready. But when did you find out or
So
figure out you were ready?
So truly, I didn't have that conversation with Bugatti, but people did reach out to me early to play. It wasn't me and Bugatti never had that conversation, so we never spoke about it. Me and none of their coaches. The first time I had a conversation with their coach, I reached out to them about playing the game and was trying to get in contact with them. But it's true that early on, people reached out. We weren't ready. We was putting a team together, so it's not. I had not coached this age group. I don't know none of these kids. In my 11, you had the Ravens last year may have won one game. 1, 2 games. So I didn't go take over a team that was ready made or had players. First, my quarterback came um the first week we got him passed. I didn't have these kids like off season. I didn't get a center. My starting center didn't come to my starting center didn't come to after he came to me the week after Brick City played Bugatti. That's when my starting center got
Mm,
to me. You understand? So it's like
yeah.
we putting a team together. Like, yeah, we had some great pieces and we was gonna make it work what we had, but we was still putting a team together. So when I'm saying I'm not ready, I'm not saying I'm not ready because I got a squad and I'm ducking smoke. I don't have the pieces of the players to play a game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ready. So it's like, but the minute I got them, and then once we got these kids, we got opportunity to teach them the system, get them on par to get them where I know they need to be to compete at this level. Once we got that shit, we start reaching out trying to play games. Reached out to everybody to try to play games, and you know how I go. We get one thing off the internet, then on the internet, it's a whole different story.
Yeah, and to me, it
Mhm.
didn't make sense because I was saying, okay, just like Coach Mark, and I'm
Mhm.
sorry, that might tingle ear. I don't know, because y'all came out here and to Atlanta and
Mhm.
probably felt a certain way, but I'll ask you about that in a
Yeah.
minute.
Mhm.
So when they were saying, nah, man, they don't really dictate anything and stuff like that. And I was like, bro, it's a power trip. And for you to say that conversation never happened, now I just gotta say, I feel like somebody's scared. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They don't want to play the game.
So the first time, just for clarity, and this ain't, I don't come on here. I don't talk on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm not one of the
That's a
people do a
fact.
lot of talking.
That's
Right.
a fact.
Right.
So y'all know I don't do that. I feel like my resume can speak for itself, and I put it up against anybody anywhere in the country.
Mm.
I don't have to do that. But so this is not me trying to down Bugatti or anything. I know them guys. I've been knowing them for a while. We're in the same city. But the truth of the matter is that once once we got the team and once we got ourselves together, I reached out to the person who I thought was the head coach, who I thought was making decisions. He wasn't. I tried to get around but he told me I reached out to Mozo, asked Mozo was going to play a game. He told me he would reach out, see what they want to do. They told me no, they didn't want to play the game. Said no, they didn't want to play. So I left it alone for a little bit. I circled back around, reached out to some parents to find out, who can I talk to try to make the game happen. They told me, and so from that point, we couldn't get a game from them. We couldn't get a game from anybody. So that's why it made me just go to, like, I'm looking for a game, you know what I mean? And a hit dog, a holler, because I didn't say one person. I called out whoever. We want to play a game. You know what I'm saying? That's why I came to this age group for competition, win or lose. We want to get the game in.
So, as somebody who's a veteran in this,
Hmm.
won multiple championships, and
Hmm.
to see the climate that we're in now, man, what are you saying to these group of coaches?
On some level, man, I don't feel like we're doing the kids a disservice. We not. I heard you just saying preparing these kids for the next level. We ain't preparing them for the next level by taking that approach, man. Like, we raising a generation of football players, man, who's more concerned about looking good and what helmet they got on or what clicks about really for having the love for the game, the competition of the game. You know what I'm saying? I remember playing the game when I was younger. We could play all day. We didn't give a damn what was the score. We just wanted to compete. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like that now. It's about social media views and clicks and shit like that. And it's a lot with the coaches, and they're afraid to lose football game because they're afraid of a ranking or a social
Mm.
media post. And we raising kids or young men that's not competitive, and you're not preparing them for the next level of football. You're not preparing them, for real competition. We can't say we're doing that because if I don't care how much talent he got or a child get, he go to fucking Alabama, he go to Ohio State, he go to the University of Miami with these teams that's loaded. You're gonna have to compete, bro. That's all. That's what we're supposed to be doing at the end of the day. This is introductory football. Youth football is introductory football. We're supposed to be teaching these kids the fundamentals and the basics. And what could be more fundamental than competition?
Absolutely.
All right. Coach, I want to ask you, um, based on the type of team that you have, there is a team that
Hmm.
has been dominating this age group for a long
Hmm.
time in Fayette
Hmm.
County Voodoo. Do
Yeah.
you think your team was built to beat them, or do you think your team that you're schemed to beat them? You would have to scheme to beat them. Do you think you got just the pure athletes, or do you got a combination of both? You don't got to give me no sauce, but
Nah,
I'm
nah.
just wondering. Okay.
And again, those guys coaching that team, they some old school vets too. So it's going
Hmm.
neither one of us gonna go out there and win with just pure athletes. You know what I mean? We're gonna employ some strategy on both sides of on both sides of so it's a combination of both. You ain't playing for national championships unless you have talent. I'm just a little every team that has won national championship at some level, they got a bunch of at these are 11, 12, 13 year olds. You start winning national championships at those levels, you got a bunch of Division 1 players on your football team. It's just it is what it is. If you go down any roster who won it at these upper levels, they had a whole bunch of Division 1 players on the team. You know what I mean? So it's that's the way. So it's gonna be talent on both sides of the ball. And I feel like I tell my parents, I tell anybody this, I'm gonna be in the championship, bro. We're gonna get there because we're gonna coach them. You know what I mean? So I'm not worried about that. I know I'm gonna go to my league Super Bowl every year I coach. I'm gonna do that just off of that's the way we teach them. You know what I'm saying? And if you give me some talent to go with it, yeah, it's gonna be an issue.
Mm.
Absolutely. All right, so coach, I want to go back to last year just a little bit, man. Y'all,
Yeah.
y'all end up coming down, which I wasn't. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not used to,
Mm-hmm.
Florida, that many Florida
Florida.
teams to travel.
Yeah.
This is my
Mm-hmm.
honest opinion.
Mhm.
But y'all came to
Mm-hmm.
what is it, Georgia, and
Yeah.
y'all were in a really good game. Your quarterback was clicking.
Mm-hmm.
I think was it number 9 or 3 or something like that,
Number
was
nine,
doing
the
an
running back.
amazing job.
Yeah.
And y'all had it all the way up in to
Mm-hmm.
halftime. Second half
Mm-hmm.
was a different story, man. What
Yeah.
what was your perspective of why they were able to pull it off?
So in turn, like just us, we made some dumbass decisions. We made some bonehead mistakes, and and it was what I want to say is that I really don't. People watched the game, they saw it, but I'm not saying that to
Mhm.
take away from those guys because man, they did what they needed to do. They came back and they made adjustments, and it was the referees didn't help us. Let me say the referees didn't help us, but that's not taken away from that referee team, man, because they was good dudes. They had a good ass team. You know what I mean? But that game we shouldn't have. It was no way we should have lost that game. It was just one playing against referees right at that point in time.
Mm. So did you feel like that also translate to you
Later
guys
on.
later on into the YNC Nationals?
YNC, no, no, that's what I'm saying. Nah, YNC, they beat our ass. You want me to just be honest? Like we couldn't. They dominated us up front. The things that we needed to do to some of the things that we saw on film, some of the things we needed to take advantage of, we couldn't get it done. Um, and that's just what the defense held up long as they could. And we had a gauntlet. You know what I mean? I was we played a team out of Seattle.
Yeah.
No, we wound up playing the 50 boys in the first round.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Boyne Beach. I
Won in the
had
first
y'all
round.
losing that one. Yeah. Y'all won it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, we won. That was a dog fight.
Oh,
You
for
know what I
Yeah.
sure.
mean?
Yeah.
Then we
Yeah.
came right back and had another dog fight with Air Academy. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So we went
Yeah.
dog fight, and then by the time we got to the championship game, and we playing against a team that has just as much or more talent than us, and we didn't, we ran out of gas. That was no excuse. They beat us that game. It was some stuff that I know just coaching wise, and some things we saw some holes that I felt like the game could have been different, but we didn't execute it. And so we didn't execute well for whatever reason, and the better team won that game. They ain't no excuse about that game. As much as I stand on stand on my square and tell you that in Atlanta, there was no way we should have lost that game. They beat us, and they beat us for YNC. They beat us. And I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't mind playing. Like you play the game. I ain't, you ain't running from it. You play it. Win,
So
you win.
speaking of running, coach, you know the narrative was that you were running for 3 years. Why are they saying that, why were they saying that you were running from rare breed for 3 years, and why couldn't that game get made?
Um, the first year I got the team, the first year I had the team, he didn't want to play my team. He wanted to play me. You see what I'm saying? We didn't even win our fucking Super Bowl. Like
Mm,
we got blew out by ABG in the Super Bowl. Like we wasn't that team yet. We got blew out by ABG in the Super Bowl the first year. You get what I
okay, so
mean?
you
So
were still in the building.
yeah, we wasn't we again, I went and took a team. The team that I took was a team that had not won anything. I never took a team. I never went from a team championship teams. I went from just if y'all little history, I went from a team when I
Mhm.
had the Goon Squad. That team had Ruben Bain on it. I had Najee Kelly. I had King Mack. I had all these kids on. I went from that team, and when I went from that team, I went to what we created was the Purple Machine. It was probably the best youth football team ever put together.
Mm.
Debate with whoever, that's the best youth football team ever put together. And that team, when I went to that team had lost 5 games the year before. I took that team. We built that team up to be at 22 kids. We got 22 kids off that team playing Division I football. 22 of them that's playing Division I football off that one team, and we built that team up. And so when I came from that team, Coach Butter wanted me to take over the Lambeau team, who had just won the national championship. And I was like, nah, I don't want to take over. That team is nothing for me to do. They're the national champion. I don't want to do that. Because I was like, nah, that ain't one. So I went down and got that team and built it up. And then in South Florida, the year when I was going to take the team, COVID happened. And so we didn't play football at all that year. We
Mm,
didn't play here. COVID happened. So what they was playing, we didn't play at all. So the next year coming back off of COVID, again, we got back to ground, put the team together and built the team up. We didn't win the Super Bowl on Team U. We lost to ABG, came back the next year, built the team up, getting to we wound up winning it. We wound up was 11U, making it. We didn't win the Super Bowl. We didn't win the championship. We lost that year. 12U, we won it all. And so once we got a team that can compete, we come see you. I ain't run when I got something to compete with them. I came to Atlanta. No crying, don't ask you to come to me. I came and knocked on their door.
mm. All right, so what is it that you see, just slightly, not your sauce,
Hmm.
your technique?
Hmm.
How do you know when you got a championship team? How do you, like, is it the players, the athletes? Because sometimes
Hmm.
there may have been a situation where you had the most talent, but they didn't have a dog in them, or you had no talent, but they had the dog in them, and they can be taught. So when do you
Yeah.
know that you got some?
I don't know, man. That's a great question. And I don't know. I think it's just a feeling. You know what I mean? I think it's just a feeling. I'm we coach hard, man. We coach real hard. We coach real hard. And once our kids go through the process, once we go what I call gladiator camp, once they come out of gladiator camp, man, I know they're ready. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
these kids, we take them through gladiator camp. And once they get to a point and we see them moving and we see that, and it's not about the talent, because once you're gonna need a certain amount of talent to win, but once they have mentality and I can see the way they respond to adversity and I can see the way they can deal with certain shit and I can put the team together the right way, I know I got it. I know I got opportunity to win it. You know what I mean? And I got a team now. I feel like I got opportunity to win it.
With South Florida, usually there was
Mhm.
a time where South Florida ball is like South Florida. Like you play
Still
you
is.
football in South Florida.
It
But
still
see
is.
now it's getting a little tricky, coach, because we seeing South Florida not even play each other. Like we see in South
Okay.
Florida, which is that ain't typical for South Florida. So I'm
You're
just
right.
wondering, do you feel like it's personal, like they just don't want to play you, or because it seems like they'll play each other?
Yeah. Well, so I don't know if it's personal. I think it don't have nothing to do with me. I think a lot
Okay.
of it has to do with for the most part, I think it got to do with some people want to protect their rankings. Just honestly, that's what I've been told. Some people feel like they ranked in a certain spot. I don't get it, and they feel like I don't know if they running from Voodoo or scared of Voodoo. They don't want to be on the same side of the bracket with Voodoo, so some people don't want to play it. I personally don't give a damn who I play. I don't care when I'm into the tournament. I feel like we're gonna win it, so I can play whoever, whenever they want to play them. I'm in it. I don't care about that. But some people think differently. But I got good news before we get off this show, though. I got some. I'm gonna
Hmm.
drop something before we get off this show, though.
Oh,
Come
definitely,
on.
definitely. All
You
right.
can't do that. Coach.
Yeah,
I got to hear it now, Cole.
All
I got
right.
you can't.
So
yeah, yeah.
all right, so there was, and I'm really asking you because I feel like you just a straight shooter, a straight
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
honest person or whatever. So it was supposed to be a game versus you guys in Brick City, and then I guess location or something was got in the way or whatever. Could you speak to that?
Yeah, so we reached out to play well. They reached out. I can't tell you which side, I'd be lying to say, but I know a game was talked about being played and they wanted to play the game. However, at that time, so if people in there know, the Miami Guard Ravens and Brick City are literally 10 minutes, 15-minute drive from each other. We right down the street from each other. So we not far at all from each other. Maybe if we 10 miles from each other,
Wow.
that's stretching it. That's how close we are to each other. Our parks are to each other. And at that time they wanted to play the game in Lakeland, which is probably 3 hours away from both of our fields, and that just didn't make sense. That's Central Florida. That ain't even South Florida at this point.
Yeah,
And
that's
I wasn't
Central
willing to
Florida.
do that. That didn't make any sense. I know, at the time the Pouncies, that's where they from. That's their area. That's the high school they went to, and I understand they probably want to put on for that point, but I wasn't taking probably the biggest game of the year and moving it out of South Florida. I wasn't willing to do that. But all has been forgiven.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Coach. Does them being a 5-1 bother you?
No, no.
Okay.
So I will play them being a 5 when I don't care. If I'm gonna play the game, I'm gonna play the game. Now, if fuck that. We playing Brick City Thanksgiving night, man. Miami God Ravens in Brick City. Wildfin in Brick City, Thanksgiving night.
Okay, okay. Hey,
Fuck
that's
it
why
for
Yoshi
Thanksgiving
put the
night.
oh,
turkey. Yeah, Yoshi
Thanksgiving
put the
turkey,
turkey,
bro.
right?
Yeah.
Let me ask
So
you a
we
question
playing.
on that, Rod
Yeah.
Mack. Are y'all
Yes,
playing
sir.
5-1 or 7-1? Is it going to be national ranking implications or is just team
They
versus
they
team?
playing team versus team. I I want them to play with their best. I want them to play with everybody they
I,
feel like they need to win. Bring their
I
ass
only
on. That's how I
I
feel.
only ask that because
Hmm.
they're supposed to get their qualified games in for 7-1 to make it to YNC. So again, that's just for the people to know that them folk
Yeah.
is scared to play
Yeah.
with 7-1.
Yeah.
That
So yeah, I'm gonna play them they roster. So if I had to say like I don't mind, I will play them like in these games. I'm not I play them. I don't care. I'm gonna play that team. I'm gonna play that team. So I won national championships, man, and I never had the oldest team on the football ever. So even when we won all the YNCs, when everybody was 6-1, we was still August 1st. So them playing, they've been in the tournament, and I don't put one teams on the clock. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's not an advantage because it is an advantage. Anytime I can have something you can't have, we competing against each other, it's an advantage, bro. I don't give a damn what it is, how
Mhm.
small it is. Whether we play spades,
Talking about.
it's
Hey,
an advantage. You know what I'm saying? Like us playing
Yeah.
spades, and I get an extra joke. I get an extra spade. I don't give a damn if it's a deuce. It could be the three of spade. I get an extra spade, and you don't get it. It's an advantage. You feel what I mean? So I don't care how
For
small it
sure.
is, and it's an advantage. So anybody know that. So it's so when it comes to that, I just get aggravated with that, with the argument that it's not a big deal. If it's not a big deal, don't play with them. Or if it's not a big deal and you want to play with 5-1s, That's okay, cool. I got some kids that turn 13 in February in my park. Let me play with them since it's not a big deal. I got some January 1 kids. Let me play with them since it's not a big deal. We can't determine when it's not a big deal. I'm saying this statement after I'm telling you I'm a playing with 5-1. No, I don't care, but
Yeah.
don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't tell me, don't play in my face and don't act like it's not an advantage. So that's why, but they can play whatever they want. They whoever they want.
Yeah. I
Across the
only
board.
ask that just for the people because everybody's wondering
Yeah.
when they're going to qualify to play a YNC roster. So a late game like that, 2 weeks before everybody head to Florida, I could tell
Mhm.
them folk ain't ready to go to YNC just off of that, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're doing it for the city. I appreciate, but I'm gonna say this though. I appreciate it on the humble. Like I'm gonna say, I appreciate it. I respect them. I respect them for stepping up to it. I respect them for playing the game. You know what I mean? I respect it. I
Hmm.
respect other people that want to do it. But I am gonna say that Boynton also reached out and wanted to play
Okay.
the game. They wanted to do something too. So they wanted to do it, but you know. Believe Brick City is the one that everybody want to see. Brick City is the one
For
that
sure.
everybody want to see. So we're gonna get it.
so
We're gonna get the people what they want.
we got no date for Bugatti in West Orlando, which is in the YNC ranking.
No date for Bugatti. Bugatti said there
And
will be no date for Bugatti. Bugatti said they won't play me till December, so there is no date. They said they'll see me at
Ah,
YC. So
no, Cole, that
that
ain't
ain't
what they
happening.
said. They said the game gonna happen.
I
Yeah,
just want to get that out there for the people.
yeah, yeah,
Wow, man.
yeah. Nah,
Are you in West Orlando? Is there a conversation with that? We want to see that grind mode game.
nah. The time we tried, man. We've been up there. My program. We've been to Orlando a couple times. But my park played the West Orlando Jags. We tried to go up there to play the Outlaws, and they said no. They know that we tried to play. We tried to play PvP. They said no. They wanted
hold
us.
on,
My
hold
whole
on, hold
point.
on.
They said no, bro.
Coach,
So
This is
Coach
getting
Heyman,
bad.
you said what?
so they
This
said
is
no.
getting
They
bad.
said no.
Ah,
So they said no. They said that,
That ain't what
and they
they
said the
telling
same.
us when they come on here.
Man, man. I'm telling you, them guys said, and their excuse was, you don't
Hey,
have to
Coach
ask
Jamar,
me. If you don't have to ask me,
phone.
you
Go,
don't have
go
to
ahead,
ask
bro.
me. Ask the guys that's over the West Orlando Jazz. Ask them. Don't ask me because they reached
Outlaws,
out for the game.
outlaws,
No, I'm
outlaws.
saying, but we called the West. My program played the West Orlando Jags.
Okay.
So
mm-hmm.
my entire played the West Orlando Jags. West Orlando didn't have an 11U for me to
So
play.
y'all call
So
the
they reached out to the
outlaws.
Outlaws to come and step in and play me. And so West Orlando Jags tried to set the game up for us, and they told them they wasn't playing us. They said no.
Wow.
They said
Wow.
no.
Damn, King. You got it. Ah, boy. Coach, I don't
Yeah,
even
they
know what to
said
say
no.
after that, man.
Yeah,
Trevon, you might have
yeah.
been right, man.
All right, so obviously we got to definitely get to this one. The
Hmm.
the voodoo situation, right?
Yes.
Ferrari Fred or
Hmm.
whatever. Basically was talking to, I believe, Coach Batman, and
Hmm.
they were talking about, playing the game. But Coach Batman is saying, okay, we got a home field now. Won't y'all come to us, right? And he's
Hmm.
saying, won't y'all come to Florida? And he's saying no. You feel what I'm saying? So I guess, since Voodoo has a home field now, they want to play games at home. They've been doing a ton of traveling. Is there any way that you guys be willing to go there, or does it have to be somewhere else on neutral grounds?
So neutral ground.
Got to be on neutral ground.
I'm on neutral ground.
So it's a little traumatic experience with y'all.
Um,
PTSD.
yeah, it is. I ain't gonna lie to you. But come to their home field if I could bring all my own refs.
Yeah, that's what he said. He
He
said,
said I
he
can.
said, well, he said bring 3 of your refs.
The same ref that ref my game against referees is the same one that ref my game when I just played walking down. And he did something in football when we played walking down I ain't never seen in my life, man. I've never been in a game where it's like in youth football, I've been coaching youth football a long time, that a team up by 3 touchdowns, and it's 3 touchdowns, and it's less than 30 seconds to go. It's less than a minute to go in the game, down 3 touchdowns. And this man just continue to hold the clock and slow the refs ain't gonna let you blow a team out like that. They usually at that point in time, they'll hold that ball to get the kids out of there. Man, that man tried to
Mm.
get every second out of it, man, like he had like he had some on the game. Like it's crazy the way he just I just seen some things in that. So he can't ref my games, man. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Do
So is it so
Okay, I'm
if
getting
it's
somewhere.
if you had to give a guess as to whether the game happened, do you feel like it's just at the tournament?
I think we getting to the point in the year that it's gonna make it difficult to happen anywhere but wine. It's just getting to the point. We just getting to that point in the year because I look at it now like um we still have league play. You know what I mean? Like we play in the league. I ain't tripping about it, but we play in the league play. We have league play games that it's gonna make it difficult. Um, I don't know when we have a bye. We have to sit down and have a conversation. I don't mind having a conversation. I got a great relationship with them dudes over there, with all the guys over there at with Voodoo. We go back to when they was at the Ducks. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
when they was Atlanta Ducks. So we got a great relationship. It is nothing wrong. I know I can get on the phone with them, but we getting to the point that it's gonna make it difficult for time just for planning purposes to get it done in a minute because got to be paid for. You know what I mean? So it's just getting to the point that we're not going last minute. We gonna do it the right way. We're gonna travel the way right. We're gonna do everything the right way, and it got to be paid for. It's gonna get to the point that last minute travel is just gonna be crazy in a minute. You
Right,
know?
right.
Yeah, I think honestly the route the whole thing is I think they just talking about how they want to play them now and stuff like that. That's the only reason why I'm thinking that people is kind of making a big
Yeah.
deal out of it because being that y'all just now really coming on the scene like that, I
Yeah.
didn't think nobody would feel like y'all be ready for Voodoo
Right.
at,
Yeah.
at this point. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
They
respect that.
blowing people out. They blowing folks out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
I mean,
that's why everybody want to see that game at this point, man. A little earlier than we thought we would.
coming along, man. We'll get them in. I don't mind playing them. I don't care who we play. I'm just being. I don't care. You know what I mean? I would love to play them. I love to play them. I remember we're a first year team. You know what I'm saying? So just me as a coach and just understanding we need the battles. So the battles don't do nothing but help my team. You know what I'm saying? Like that Voodoo team. That's a team with a lot of experience. They've been in a lot of battles together as kids and coaches. Our first time doing it. So I'm looking forward to. I'm trying to get as much experience as fast as I can. So I don't mind playing Voodoo. I don't mind playing Brick City, Bugatti, Wayne. It don't matter. Like we want the tough games.
And so I don't know if I've heard anybody play really on Thanksgiving like that. So
Yeah,
what
that's
just made
different.
y'all just say, man, look, bro, it got to be done. You know what I'm saying? What was just that
Mm.
final point?
I think that's how they say it's just a date that it works for everybody. That's what I'm saying. Let's get into the point because in a minute they don't have any bye weeks to do it on the bye week, so they don't have any more bye weeks. So as an organization, and I respect they don't have any bye weeks, and then they got some league rules things that won't allow them to play a league game the same week unless it's a bye week. So I know they can't play games unless out of the league game unless it's a bye week. They don't have any more bye weeks to fill that in, and then they got the playoffs, and I think that Thanksgiving date works because I believe it works around the Super Bowls. I got to think about my league. You know what? My league Super Bowl. I don't even know my league Super Bowl, but I think it's before Thanksgiving, so we should be good. But we just trying to get a date that works that for me that works after after our championship, our league championship games, and it don't interfere with my preparation for YNC because my ultimate goal is to win the national championship. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Mhm.
it just got to fall within that window.
So you already know there are some teams that you really feel like you just will just automatically dominate. What are the
Mhm.
teams that you feel pose somewhat of a threat to you outside of Voodoo?
Um, I think Voodoo. I'm gonna say them. Voodoo. I think that they gonna present some challenges. I think that Brick City got a good team. They gonna present some challenges. I think SED. They gonna have athletes. They always will. You know what I mean? They gonna present some challenges. Those are the teams that I think can present challenges.
I wanna ask this question from Bleak Brown in the comment section, Ken.
Hmm.
Bleak Brown says, if they lose to Boynton, would you still want the game against Brick?
If they lose to Boynton, I'm gonna play Boynton.
You gotta get that rematch, huh?
I like it. I like that. I
If it
like
play,
that.
I just think I wanted to. It wouldn't make. So for
You
me,
want a
and I
chance.
don't know, I can't speak for that program. I can't speak for them as a coach. But if I don't win my championship, I turn my shit in. It ain't no more playing football if I don't win my championship. There's no postseason for me if I don't win my championship. So that's just I don't know if they would. And I think those guys may be the same way. You don't win your
So
championship,
you
what you
saying
doing?
if you don't win your league, you done,
Know it.
coach.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Win
sounds
my
like to
league.
me. I
Okay.
recall Sean Moffitt doing the same thing. He said
Yeah.
we're not the best, so we're not
Yeah.
going to a nationals. How are we going to say we number one? We didn't win our state.
Absolutely. I had that happen to me on 10U one year with the Purple Machine. We didn't win the championship. We won at 9. We lost to 10U at the Chiefs. They beat us. And people still won because they knew we were a great team. They wanted us to come. I was like, nah, we ain't win our championship. Like, hey, I'm going. Don't work that way for me.
So, oh, go
Go
ahead, go
ahead,
ahead.
Ken. All
Oh,
right. How did you put that staff together, coach? You got one of the most well known staff, well put together, great pieces on that staff. How did you assemble your staff?
Man, if I'm humbled by anything, it's my staff, man. Just my staff is to be able to for those guys to even respect me enough to say they're gonna come underneath and coach with me is crazy. You know what I mean? I just it's crazy. And it's just divine. It's divine time, and like people may not use. People see James Cook out there and think like James actually coached, bro. Like I don't think
Mhm.
enough. He did it with no media attention, and anytime I hear anybody to listen, I've been doing this a long time. I can't tell you how many NFL players come through my program and come back in the area, but I never seen anybody do what James did. James was there every day. I'm talking about when the team wasn't looking like it was gonna be now. He committed to it. He had his cleats on. He was working the kids out. He was coaching. Like he was there. Ain't pull up with no agents. Ain't pull up with no cameras. No entourage. Just him jumping out the whip, coming to practice every day. Coach, what we got? Texting me, calling me at nighttime, like dead serious about it. And so for him to be there and doing what he's doing in the NFL is crazy. And you have guys like Tim Brown, who's my OC that. Um, People may not know it, but Tim one of the best players that ever played football in South Florida. You know what I mean? It is what it is to have Coach Cato coach my quarterbacks. Coach Cato is one of the top 10. He has hold the record one. He's in the top 10 on the top 10 list of most touchdowns thrown, touchdown passes by a quarterback in Division One football history. That's who's coaching my quarterback. Um, Armando Allen, and also have Twan Easton coaching my running backs, man. Armando Allen, star running back for Notre Dame. Coaching my running backs. On defense, uh, have Coach Jude coaching as my defensive coordinator. Coach Jude won the national championship at Miami Central. He's a high school national championship high school head coach, and he's coaching my defense for
So I was talking about preparation, right?
me. Hmm. Yeah.
Just really making the kids well-rounded, whether it's
Mhm.
school, um,
Absolutely.
football, right?
Yep.
Just in life. And
Mhm.
what are some of the tools that you make sure that you instill in the kid before they actually leave your program?
They got to be accountable. They got to be disciplined. Those are two things we ain't got had on accountability and being disciplined. Selfish football players with a relentless work ethic is the play. They come from you get a kid who come out of my program, they gonna give you that. They're gonna be able to take coaching. They're gonna be accountable to their team, to their responsibility. They're gonna be responsible. They're not gonna be selfish in any way. They're not gonna be they're gonna be team players. We say I mean, there's no iron team. I mean nobody's bigger than the team, myself included. My kids gonna come with that type of energy. They gonna education and grades going to be paramount, man. We just played one of our best players didn't play in that game uh, against DMVU because he had a little hiccup in school. He didn't play. He didn't play. We don't play. Those things. I tell every parent that I can't tell you. What I mean, all these kids. I'm not really trying to get them to the NFL. I am trying to get them to college. To get them to college, and even the ones that someday, man, these kids gonna have to grow up and be. These boys gonna be men, and I'm trying to raise a responsible young man. You know what I mean? Like, not no selfish, whining, crying ass dude. You know what I mean? We just not gonna have it. Kids gonna all be the same way. And if you ever see any kid who come out of my program, if they play for me, if you hear him do an interview, if you ever heard Jeremiah Smith do interviews, he gonna speak on, what it was like in our coach at the Ravens. And any kid who come out of my from my program gonna say high school was much easier than Ravens practice. For a man, they'll tell you that. Cedric Bailey at NC State, my quarterback, will tell you that. Love him. It's just
Coach,
the way we run. Yep.
I'm so glad you said that because
Hmm.
people told me that the things that I asked from a coach
Hmm.
is not the coach's responsibility, which in technicality is not, right? But it is at the same time because because you have the child's most inner you have their attention.
Hmm.
So the fact that you just ran down everything that I believe coaches should be about,
Yeah.
it just solidified
Yeah.
what I've been thinking. You know what I'm saying? What I've been saying, what I feel like coaches should be doing. So I really appreciate that. He probably got a call. You still can hear
Yeah.
us,
Yeah. Yeah.
coach?
Yeah. I'm hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. My
Okay.
bad. I can hear
Yeah.
you.
So, so I appreciate you, for giving that
Mhm.
information
For sure.
because
Yeah.
yes, now people know, okay, a seven-time national champion,
7-time national
this is
champion.
what is being done outside of just X's and O's.
Hmm.
Accountability. Players can't play if you ain't making the grades.
Yeah.
You know, making sure that the practices that they have prepares them for the next level in high school. See, these are the things that I've been trying to, teach and
Hmm.
and explain to these folks. So, I definitely thank you for that.
Nah, no problem, man. That's important, man. That's the key to it. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't put that in these kids, man, like your team not gonna be what you think it is. Every great team gotta have they gotta have that. And to prepare these kids for the next level, that's what your pride should come out of you football. Like as a coach, my pride I'm not gonna brag about championships and wins and none of, but I am gonna brag about the kids who come from my program and that are successful at the next level. That's where my pride. That's my pride into it. You know what I mean? That's why do it. That's why, I stayed at this level and didn't coach high school. I gave up a high school national. I would won a high school national championship if I went to coach high school. I gave that away. You know what I mean? And I feel like I just gave another one away too. But I know I gave away a high school national champion. Kids went
Mm,
to three different schools, man, and all three of them was ranked in the top 10 in the country. Three of them. At Miami Central was my whole offensive line. My skills was at Commandant Madonna and at St. Thomas Aquinas. If all my kids would have went to the same school, we'd have won the national championship. Easy would have won the national championship. But I like to go watch them play at the next level, and now seeing them doing what they're doing in college is amazing.
I got one more, Ken. you got someone who I think we all believe can be that Division 1 player, can be that next guy, and Mr.
Mhm.
Roderick Allen, Mr. Everywhere. And I was just
Yeah.
wondering, from 7-time national champ, where do you feel like he ranks in the talent of kids that you've had?
Ooh, he's up there, man. He's up there. He's a
Mhm.
he's a talented kid. So talent. I had some talented kids. I've seen a
Yeah,
lot of
you've had
talent.
some.
I've seen a lot of talent, but where he is, what makes him special, what makes him special is his work ethic. I'm impressed with that over what you see on the football field. What you see on the football field, at the end of the day, seeing some of that at his age, at 11 years old. But what makes me confident that he's gonna be good at 18 is his work ethic. Like he'll put it in. You know what I mean? He come, never had to tell him, he don't, he's a humble kid. Like he not a prima donna at all. He gonna give me everything he got. And the way he go about his business is what's most impressive. But again, he's one of the most he's Dalvin Cook come through the program. You know what I mean? Dallas Turner come through the program. Jeremiah Smith come through the program. You know what I mean? So I've seen guys, Ruben Bain, so I've
Mhm.
seen all of these guys, but this like had I saw him get tackled for the first time. Um, I think I've seen him get tackled. Just somebody tackle him to get him on the ground. In practice in the game, whenever I think I've seen him get tackled maybe twice. I can think of one time, but I think it was another time. Just he's special. He's special. His balance, his quickness, his football IQ, his work ethic is special. That's what's special. His work ethic is crazy, man. That kid put it in. Crazy.
So how much of an impact do you think it is having those been who made it to the highest level on y'all staff? Do you feel like that pushed them a little bit harder, to
Yes.
believe that they can make it to that level?
I think it pushed him harder. I think it motivates him, but more than anything, I think nowadays I see a lot of coaches who are in awe of a kid's talent. You know what I mean? So because they think this kid is good, they in awe of it, and they become more of a fan than the coach and more of a fan than a
Mm,
mentor. You get what I'm saying? And, oh, he'll
Mm.
be all
right.
right. And they afraid to because they scared to lose him or they scared to really push him and really put pressure on what can be a diamond to help it grow. But like I got some of the guys who coach me and some of the best dudes to ever do it in South Florida, legitimately. And so they were all that guy themselves. And so they don't have a problem getting on them. They not in awe of their talent. They not shying away from it, whether it be Mr. Everywhere, whether it's Dash, whether it's Legend, because we got some guys, we got some guys, and all of them get the same treatment. They being held to the same standard. The standard is the standard. We don't care who it is, they got to live up to it. You know what I mean? So I think that's the biggest thing that my coaches bring to the table, that they gonna coach them. They ain't scared to coach them because they not in awe of their talent.
Mm, mm, mm,
Okay,
mm.
I like that.
Hey man, just talking some youth football. Coach Lario says, "What my guy
That's my
talking
boy.
about?"
My
Just
God.
talking. This Lario.
No, that's my guy. Somebody must be telling him we mentioned him on here, so he coming to check out. But that's my guy for real. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we go back a long way. So we go back a long way. We've been in this a long time. But he know we're gonna see each other. He already know that.
Yeah. Hey. All right. So, and I'm really getting this advice because I want to help other kids, man.
Mhm.
How do you think we can prevent them from burning out? Because like I already did like this study or whatever. I mean, they talked about kids being burnt out at 13. What do you think is burning these kids out?
Man, the amount of football we playing now, I'm afraid of that. You know what I mean? I just feel like it comes a point that where it's like we don't know the effects of what we doing gonna have on these kids. You know what I mean? Like they playing 20 games in a year at 11 and 12. And I know that because I played ball and I played at, I went to college and played the game. And at some point, man, that shit, it's a lot. So I'm cautious about it, and that's why, I prefer to do one-off big games, with people instead of me doing up just game after game after game doing all these games because we just don't know the effect this gonna have on these kids' body at all, or just they continue want to do it. Um, I think that's a concern for me. If you ask me what I think to prevent that, um, I don't know. I think the game is one thing, but when it comes to developing and working these kids out and all that, man, I encourage every parent, man, don't be selfish. You know what I'm saying? Get these kids in groups, especially in the off season. When you training these kids, get them with some of their friends, man, and train them. Don't be
Mm,
the parent that said, "Oh, I'm just gonna get my kid and we're gonna go off in the corner and try to work the hell out
yeah.
of them." Yeah, you got to do some of that, but get with some other kids and y'all train together and put them together in groups, man, because it's better for these kids. Because football is hard and it's long, and let them kids have fun while they're doing it and keep it fun. Keep it fun at some of these levels because it's gonna come to the point that it becomes a business. And but you football ain't where it's a business. Let it still be fun for these kids. Push them, hold them accountable. You know what I mean? Make them, effort. You can't compromise effort, but let it be fun for them, man.
Coach, I want to go back because you said something, and you kind of still touching on it. You said that a Miami Garden Ravens practice is the hardest practice that a lot of kids endure. Could you just give us a small peek into a Miami Garden practice?
Hmm. Um, so uh, we tell our kids, man, the great tradition of the Miami Gardens Ravens will not be entrusted at the hands of the timid or the weak. So we just not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get rid of all the timid and all the weak. Like we push our kids. There's no compromise on that. Practice is hard, man. Like just and it's mixed with. I try not to get too far away from old school principles of doing things the way it was always done. So we still doing. My kids may do just to start practice. We may knock out 200 up downs. You know what I mean? Just to get started. We gonna run
Mm,
the hell out of them. So we still doing a lot of old school stuff. We still doing a lot of old school stuff, and their practice is competitive. It's ultra, ultra, ultra competitive. Everything we do, we competing. Everything we do is always competition, from sprints to lap. Whatever we do is a competition. Always. So it's very, very, very competitive. Very competitive, and we teaching a lot. But the level of competition, of the amount of pressure that we put on our kids in practice, makes the games really easy. If a game to a kid harder than practice, you doing it wrong.
So, I do want to ask you about the nationals because you usually do AYF.
I do
Are
both.
you?
I do both. I do both. I multiple went
mm.
champion in both.
Yeah, no, no, no. I know that part. I
Yeah,
know you
yeah,
won, definitely
yeah,
won in both.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about
Recently.
there has been
Yeah.
times where you missed
Hmm.
YNC and went
Yeah,
uh, AYF. So,
yeah.
are you planning to do both this year because they are on the same week?
Nah, I can't. I'm not. I'm going YNC. Straight YNC.
Okay.
Straight YNC.
So, Coach, um, is it what is a successful season to you? What at the end of the season, what would you look back and be like, yeah, this was a successful season?
Uh, man, the first thing I'm gonna say, man, the only guarantee I make that parent, the only thing I tell a parent, and everyone will tell you this, man, I'm gonna give you back a better football player than you gave me. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
that's gonna be successful. Whatever they gave me, my kids, and where we are, this is a journey for us, right? So I know this is a 3-year plan. Some of the things that I'm looking, what we're putting in place is it's a 3-year plan. This is not a 1-year plan. We may be a little bit ahead of schedule and that what I thought it would be at this point, but this is a 3-year plan. So it's all part of, we have goals and things that I want to make sure the kids have in place this year. So ask me what's a successful season is us accomplish some of the goals we want as far as developing our kids. Um, Team wise, our goal is always, we set it realistic, and I think it's realistic for us. Our goal is to win a national championship. Plain and simple. That's what we're
Right.
doing this for. Our goal this year is to win the national championship. I think that's doable, it's feasible. We ain't shying away from it. We're not scared to say it. We're not bragging or talking. Like, I'm not doing all that. I'm just telling my, it's
Hmm.
realistic for us, win the championship.
Right. So you said y'all ahead of schedule, coach. So did you think y'all would have this level of success this fast?
Um, in June, I know we would have a good team. I know I would have a
Hmm.
good team. Because I had some good players, but um, in June, I didn't. Man, I'll tell you, I didn't have a center. I didn't have a center. I didn't have a quarterback. So we had Mr. Everywhere, which we could play wherever. But we didn't, we wanted to have him. We didn't want him full time quarterback. So I didn't have a quarterback. I didn't have a lot of the pieces that you see. I didn't have them. So I know we were building the confidence in myself, my coaching staff, just because I coach, and I know we would be good, and I know we would be in the hunt for the. I know we would make the YNC. I knew we would do that, but um, to get there, I thought would be to get in the tournament and get that experience and see how far we could take it would have been success for me at that point in time. But now, seeing what we and I purposely said called out those teams before we played um, DMVU because I knew what we was going to do to DMVU. I knew exactly what was going to
Mm.
happen, and I didn't want to do that after that game. And people say, "Oh, not because you beat DMV, you feeling a certain type of way." So no, but that's why you notice I said I wanted to play those games before I played DMVU because I knew what we was going to do to them.
Right, right. Coach, did you so with DMVU, what gave you the confidence to think that? I know every coach goes in thinking we gonna beat them, but it feels like you just knew like maybe they had something, you just had a little bit more of this or that. Like what gave you the confidence to say, I know what we're gonna do to them?
On film, so I just watched the film, man. I watch the way they execute. I watch what they do. I watch, I'm watching them, and then I look at and see what we do and what we do well, and I just knew that team, I just knew that team wasn't going to be able to stand there with us. I just knew they weren't going to be able to do that.
Mhm. Okay, go
Gotcha.
ahead, Ken.
I Nah. Hey, so next year,
Hmm.
are you guys looking to come out a little bit more?
Yeah,
This year,
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely, absolutely, man. That's we 100% gonna do it. We didn't travel as much. We didn't have travel planned early because we didn't have the fucking team to travel. You know what I mean? We had the team for it, but going into the next year, definitely we're gonna do some traveling. We're gonna go some different places. We open to some dates at a few different places. I wanna. That's what it's about for me, right? I love to take my kids and put them on a plane, and certain places meet certain requirements for me. I like to take my kids somewhere that I can get them, and we can play a football game against a competitive team. We also have some educational thing, whether it be some history, and we want to be able to visit some type of college or some type of pro institution.
So PA asks, he said, ask you, are the rest of the org going AYF?
Both. So we have some teams that's going AYF. We have some teams that's doing.
All right. So the other thing that I wanted to ask, Coach, I know you know a lot of affluent people, right?
Mhm, mhm.
As far as in the sports world.
Yep.
Are you a feeder to high school, and do you have a relationship with some of these colleges that you feel like that your kids, you know what I'm saying, that you building up can go to?
Yeah. So yeah. So not no, I didn't. Yeah. So no, we don't have a I don't have one school that I feed kids to, but it's to the
Mm.
point that at our practice, man, from all the high schools come out there, and I'm opening my doors to all the high schools, because every school it's a different fit for different kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So every coach that want to come out and check my practice out, and we get a lot of all the high schools come out there and they watch us. When they come and pull up at our practice. Um, I think we unique in the way that because of the level of success of kids that came from our program, uh, that we get colleges that when colleges come to South Florida doing a lot of places don't have spring football, but during the springtime when colleges come and they do their recruiting visits in South Florida, they go on to visit other high schools to see the high school kids. They come see us. So every year we got, uh, we had T. Rob from Georgia come out to the practice. We had Corey Rayner from LSU come out. Obviously, we had the University of Miami. We had South Florida. We had the Gators that come out to our practice. The list goes on of Division 1 coaches that come out to watch our kids, and watch our kids practice. I don't think anybody else in the country has that amount of college coaches that's coming to put their eyes on the next crop of Miami Gardens Ravens to come out.
I want you to throw up what Larry O said just so we can laugh, man, because
My
Larry
boy
O
said
talks a little crazy.
what he said.
He said, "My mama a hoe if we don't come back with it, and I know she not a hoe." So I just had to throw that up there. He said
Hey
if they don't
Larry,
win, his mama is a hoe, and he know his mama ain't a hoe, man.
man, I'm not
You
talking
know,
about
so
your bro. You know you my main man. I ain't gonna talk about your mama, man. So the response, the things that I want to say, I'm not gonna say that, man. I ain't gonna say that. But oh,
oh man, it's a crazy dude.
but I can tell you this. Um, you might want to go ask. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna do that. Leave that. Leave that alone. But
Yeah,
we gonna
man,
find out. Sometimes we
it's
get our green crust.
yeah, it's
Sometimes we feel
coming.
like, yeah, but
I,
yeah, we gonna find out.
so, Coach, when it's all said and done, what
Yes.
teams do you feel you have to have on your resume by the year end?
Oh no, I think I'm gonna see them all. I mean, I want to see if it's man. Let's not come on, man. The team to get the respect with all Voodoo, bro. Like if there's somebody that I want to play is Voodoo. You can't come to this age group and not say you want to play the 5 or 6 time national championship. They won 100 or something games. What they did in preseason this year was people not talking enough about what they did in preseason. You know what I'm saying? They beat all those teams
Mm,
back to back. Like that's impressive. You got to give you got to. I'm gonna keep it all the way real. Like that's impressive, and I want to play Voodoo. That's what I want to see Voodoo.
mm.
No, I
And
want if I
do you feel like not playing those gauntlet games early can possibly come back and hunt you?
nah. I got some. I got some ways to prepare for that. I ain't worried about that. Nah, we good. We good.
Oh
Nah, I'm
man,
good.
I do want to throw out there because he's in the comments, man. Robert EF, man. Robert EF definitely said that you have a open invitation to come to the EF Classic. Just throwing that out there to you.
Yeah, tell him we could chop it up. Like I'm
Okay.
legitimately want to do some travel, man. And strategically we
Mm,
can work some stuff out.
mm.
But yeah, we doing something. We definitely getting on the road next year. We
That'd
gonna
be
do it the
dope.
way we
That's
do it.
perfect for
We
sure.
dress up. We're gonna get in our purple blazers and our ties, and we're gonna get flying fresh, and we're gonna get on the road, and we're gonna come. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, man. I had sent Larry O the link, but yeah, I guess he
He
wanted
enjoying from the comments. Yeah.
he
Man,
wanted
y'all leave Larry alone. I ain't-
yeah, we nah he
y'all leave him.
his perspective, like I always me, the one thing about me, coach, is that I would talk to one person and then I'll make sure whatever they said about that person that they whoever they said it about, I get their perspective as well. I don't
Yeah.
just do one side. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
I respect that. You supposed to. Hey, can I say
Right.
something a little bit off topic? Can I say something a little bit off
What
Absolutely.
you
topic?
on?
Okay,
What
Absolutely.
so
you on?
I just something I just feel like we gotta address, and I like so um and it's to and not y'all. I just want to say this to like all the media guys that's coming out to record these kids, right? So I feel like we all got a responsibility to protect these babies, and sometimes we got to protect these babies from themselves because they babies. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And so we gotta be mindful about the content we put out with
Right.
little kids in it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we all gotta start holding them guys responsible for their content and what they put out with these kids. if y'all follow me. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
so we can't like we got to be responsible. Sometimes we see these kids like we can't put video out of these kids cursing. We can't do that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like we can't do that. We supposed to be pulling that little young king to the side, say, bro, you don't do that because, like y'all said earlier, and I heard you say something about colleges are paying. This is a business now. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
just if I got to speak to realities of the kids in my program, man, all these kids come like we're inner city program, dog. I've buried number of kids that I've coached in my program, man. It is what it is. And so some of these kids, they're all the environments, and like a lot of other coaches, the environments ain't the best. So we're trying to save these kids, right? And we can't help promote bullshit. You know what I mean? We can't help promote that
Hmm.
through our media or people coming out. And I know it's all about clicks and likes and all that kind of shit. I get all of that, but we can't do it that way. You know, because at that point we exploiting these babies. You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
exploiting these kids, and with the way these kids and the way college is becoming a business, they see that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And these kids develop reputations and these kids, it's not like we said this youth football in 3 4 years and 3 years from now, these kids are trying to sign major NIL deals and they trying to get all this money. And we don't want the comeback of this kid now is on the internet, you know what I'm saying? And saying and doing shit and giving gang signs and shooting like that ain't what we trying to that's not what we should be trying to um
Right.
put out there for the world to see when they come to our kids. I hold, myself and everybody responsible for what we're seeing, but we can't put kids fighting and shit out. That's not what we should be putting out there. We should be trying to protect these kids, not do that, man. So I know that's a little bit off topic, but I just want to get that message out there to everybody. They say it humbly, when ain't no disrespect intended to nobody, but we all got a responsibility, man. And we gotta try our best to do it.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely. And
like that. I like that.
I 100% agree. This is my
Me too.
message, for, all the folks that's out there, man. You got to teach these kids the right way.
For
You
sure.
know,
Mhm.
they can learn every dance, how? Because you showing them. And
Right.
they can mimic
Right.
what they see. You feel what I'm saying? So
For sure.
start mimicking that positivity. It's easy to do that. What's up,
Yeah,
coach? You must can't hear.
Yeah, that's
right.
Coach O, man. That's Coach O. Coach O
Oh,
and
what's up?
Batman.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
up? You
every
can't come
time
on.
yeah,
You can
when
hear us,
Coach O,
coach?
yeah, when they come on, him and Batman both struggle with the audio, struggle with the
Hey, man,
Yeah, yeah,
camera. There
yeah,
we
yeah,
they
go.
yeah. You hear me?
old. They old, man. They
What's
old
up,
people,
baby?
man.
What's up, baby? You know I'm not to work this shit.
I already know they old people. I was just telling them they old people. What's up, bro?
What's happening?
I'm chilling. What's good with you?
Man, I see you on here goddamn talking mad shit about me, man.
Nah,
Why you
I
doing
ain't
that?
talking. Nah, I ain't. I wasn't
I
No,
talking
no,
nothing
got
no.
about
20
getting no
calls,
camera.
man. They talking about you need to go on there. I'm like, for what?
Tell them ain't nothing to say. Tell them say one thing about Mac. Mac can call and tell it to me. He ain't got to do
Yeah,
it
man, I'm my
online.
partner, man.
That's what I'm
Man, it ain't
telling
a
them.
couple real ones out here. You went on, my boy.
And I feel the same way about you, bro. You know it's nothing but major love. You know that.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Shit,
we
when y'all
gonna
gonna come
hug and
down?
embrace like brothers right before that national championship game, and I'm gonna let you.
Hey, man, we don't lost some, we don't won some,
You
baby.
already know we done been on both sides of it. Ain't no problem with it.
Lost
What's
some,
up
don't
though?
won some.
You was
Shit,
asking me when we
man,
gonna
just
do
got
what?
out of, man, I be having a full day, boy. High school, little league, all type of shit.
No, yeah, I already know. You was
Gotta
asking
get
when
to
we
the
gonna do what
crib,
though?
man. Huh?
You was asking when we gonna do something before I cut
Yeah, I
you off.
said, shit, what we gonna get it on? Halloween in Atlanta?
I mean, I told y'all, man, let's talk about it. Let's have a real talk, a real conversation about it. You gonna let me bring my referees?
Yeah, you bring two.
No, I can't bring two, man. I gotta bring more than two. You gotta give me three.
Coach, it ain't but four of them motherfuckers.
No. Give me
All them
three, man.
bitches
I'm gonna have a
old.
serious conversation about it, man. Give me three. Give me a real conversation
Nah,
about
real
it, man.
talk, man. That's what, like I tell everybody, man. That's how it's gonna lay down, Or we just see each other national. I mean, shit, they really want, we can go for a round.
Yeah, we can. I ain't got no problem with that. I feel like how you feel. Shit, I'm gonna beat them all anyway. You feel the same way, so it don't matter
Yeah.
when I play you. I don't give a damn. So
Yeah, I ain't
that
tripping on that. Like I
I
tell
ain't
people,
tripping on
you
that.
told me, hey, at the end of the year, man, that what I thought was stood. You said, "Oh
Yeah,
shit, I ain't ready. We gonna be ready at the end." So I see now y'all done knocked a couple babies off. So
yeah.
I know you. You know what I'm saying? They just gotta understand. See, this what Florida gotta understand. Roy, man, no, don't shake your ass too early.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like, yeah, you gonna beat that
don't
shit
do
up,
that.
but when you go to that big dance,
Mhm.
that shit gonna be jumping, shout, and he know how we gonna come. So
Yeah. Hey,
and this
guess
ain't no squad where I ain't got. You know what I'm saying?
I know you
Soldiers in
got it.
there, shit, we loaded.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Guess when I told you back when we first talked, we chalked it up. I say, man, can't go to war unless I got my money right. Got
Yeah,
my
for
money
sure,
right, bro. I
for
got
sure.
my money right now. You know what I mean? So, whenever, like I said, we can have a real conversation about seeing if it makes sense beforehand. But if not, whenever, however they want to do it at YMC, I don't care when they do it. You know what I mean? Shit, we could do it at the weigh-in. I don't give a damn about it. You know what I mean? At the face
Oh,
value.
I'm talking about
So at
that.
that point, we can get it however we want to get it then. You know
Oh, I'm
that.
talking
So
about. God damn it.
so they
Hey,
call it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a person. I want to see great games, but I would
Yeah.
love to see this in the championship. I know you talking about playing first round.
Okay.
I don't think so.
But I'm with
Man,
all
like
that. I'm gonna tell you why, man. Because we need some competition on the other side. Like
hey
real
man.
talk, SCD ass should be getting whooped before they get up. You know what I'm saying? That boo guy, like we have to play. We
Yeah,
go through the
Bugatti.
gauntlet and we don't be giving a fuck because we know what we is, but we go through the
Yeah.
gauntlet every time and it seems like the other side just be weaker.
Yeah, I mean, however they put it, I don't have a problem with it. But you know what, man? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You got a lot of dudes, man, that strategically trying to run away from y'all. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like they strategically don't want to play because they like the side of the bracket they on because they feel like they ain't on the side with Voodoo. I just don't
yeah,
get that. I
yeah,
think that if you say that, if I say that, I just feel like I'm just setting myself up to say, you know what? I'm happy with just going to play and losing the Voodoo in the championship. Because if I
yeah,
feel like I can beat Voodoo, I really don't give a damn when I play Voodoo. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel.
Yeah.
So I don't share that mentality. But like you said, man, you lose them, you win them. Shit, I done seen. I watch y'all lose to a team in preseason when you was at the Ducks or tie
yeah,
team and come back and beat their ass
yeah,
in the champion. I've watched it
yeah,
happen. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I've
yeah.
been on the
You
side of
did
it.
the
I lost
same
this.
shit with
Yeah, I
Coach
did the
P.
same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, the same thing.
shit.
So we know how it go, so I don't mind playing the team and man, all this is just work in this regular season. They remember what we're gonna do in December, champ. That's what they gonna
Yeah.
remember. So I don't care nothing
Right.
about, we can get to work how we want to get it.
So
I'm
let me
I'm
ask you,
I'm
Rob, why y'all why that Florida won't play each other though?
I just told you why they don't want to play. I just told you the people who go in the YNC don't want to lose their ranking.
Uh,
That's why.
Cause
So
shit, that
I'm
shit 3 and 4, bro. Like you know me, it's no way Walk Down could be number 3 and we could be number 4,
and
or
you
vice
you
versa.
telling I'm
Like
trying to
we
tell you,
we playing 3 times a year. The league gonna make you play.
I want to play them. So it's on them, man. Like I told you, like for them, we can get it in with them next week. I show up to them on Miami play Florida. Yeah, I don't care. We can play them next Sunday.
But
Or then we can do it the Sunday after that.
don't you think it
Be
kill an aura though? Because like they're known for having really good teams, but if they're not playing versus each other, you know what I'm saying?
agree
Like,
with you. No, I want to play. So I'm going to speak about Brick City and Boynton. They lead constrains them to when they can and cannot play at this point. So I'm gonna speak, I'm keep it all the way real. They can't play a game out of their league unless they have a bye. Otherwise, they get kicked. They forfeit their whole season. So they
So
can't
coach,
do
Wow.
it.
that's on. So coach, that between them and God.
Which
Because at the end of the day, baby, we didn't ask you to come over here. You want to come over here.
you're right. You're right. I'm just telling you what they got. So, but I got a date. We locking in the date with them. So I'm gonna get action with them. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you. I'm not used to this, man. I'm used to playing people. I'm used to winning or losing, and that's just what it is. That's what I'm used to.
Right.
So
I-
I
I'm
can't
not
I
gonna
can't
lie.
speak for them.
I'm surprised I didn't see Coach Heyman come in. You know,
I'm not.
usually when somebody say that his team is ducking or whatever, he usually front line. You know, I don't know. Is he in here and not showing himself? But they got to explain why they ain't playing them games after telling us repeatedly that they will play anybody and they ain't ducking no smoke. And I'm pretty sure, Coach, like I believe y'all because y'all trying to get games. Y'all came out a little bit later than everybody
Yeah,
else, so I believe that
man,
y'all trying to get these games.
man. I just talked to them. I know they're not playing. I just called them Sunday. We was supposed to have a date. We got on live, and when I got on live, he said we would play. Say we'll work out the date. We had a conversation. We say the date was gonna happen. I'm looking for the field, and he told me he would call me back. He didn't call me back. I reached back out to him, and he told me, say, nah. He said he not playing this. He not doing nothing. So I don't know what to tell you. He said he ain't gonna play it. So that's it. So
Hey,
he
see,
said he wasn't gonna play it.
this is why when we do rankings, right? What
Yeah.
we do is we give teams credit for going out there to chase smoke. You don't get just super punished. You might go down a spot or so, but if you're basically getting kicked out of a ranking after playing a tough game, that's an incentive to not to play.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, man, them folks, I think they'll still go. They just got to play the dang game, bro.
Just play the game. It ain't gonna do nothing but make you better, Bugatti.
Man, they gonna
Exactly.
go to
It's
YNC
gonna.
regardless. They can play the
Yeah.
game, but at this point, man, I mean, for me, just I don't, I play them, but shit, I watch them play. I don't understand. To me, how they worrying about the ranking. Like, shit, they ain't beat no goddamn body. They played the games, but they ain't beat nobody. So like, they should be
Yeah.
trying to play me to get a win against somebody. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So they ain't got to win against nobody. They just beat DMVU. Feel like our win was more impressive. We beat Walk Down. Everybody we played the two national games we played, we won. Everybody they played, they lost.
I don't
I
like.
mean, it
I
is what
feel
it
like.
is.
Go ahead.
I
Damn.
mean,
Uh,
it is what it is. I mean, y'all
And
saw the game.
the only reason why I'm saying something, Coach, is because we ask some of these folks to travel, right?
hmm
And they
Hmm.
saying, "Man, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't traveling. We ain't doing this." So it's like, okay, play the teams in your neighborhood, in your
Right.
backyard. Then
Hmm.
it's like, man, we tried or we did this, we did that, and it's like, I mean, damn, bro, they right there. Like you
For
have no
sure.
excuse as to why you
Yeah.
can't play somebody
Ain't
in
gonna
your
play
backyard.
somebody.
I get it. You don't want to travel.
Can't you
Cool.
can't get nobody from that staff to say they reached out to me and I told them that I wasn't gonna play them. Not one person from that staff. Now, I done had 50 million. Man, you know how many people I get that call me every day talking about they want to set up a game. They want to set up a game. They want to set up a game. Some people I don't even talk to. Sometimes I say, when it was early, my team ain't ready yet. Let me get myself together. We'll get it in. Simple. And that was in June. That was mid-July. But by the
Mm.
by the time I start setting up, I start asking for games. Time I wanted to see them, they said no. They said it was good. I didn't just reach out to these people to play games like a
Right.
week ago or 2 weeks ago. You know, they'll tell you that. I've been had these conversations, but they don't want to play. So I get it.
Mm. Hey man, I ain't got no more questions.
Me either, man. I ain't. We appreciate Coach Rod, man, for stopping by. We appreciate
Well,
this,
good,
Coach.
man. Yeah, I appreciate
Clarifying,
y'all folks, man.
clarifying.
Yes,
Ain't
sir.
no problem, man.
So
Appreciate
hey,
it,
look,
Coach.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't want to really hear much of anything
Me either.
after this because folks that usually be in here who
Be
could have
ducking
cleared the
tonight.
air, to say if this man wasn't telling the truth or not. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait till he's
Yeah.
not here. Y'all know he's not a person that be on the internet.
Mhm.
he
So
No.
he Coach Larry O can barely get the camera on, man.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So Hey, it is what it is. But hey, coach,
Yeah,
man, like I say, man, we definitely appreciate you, man. You had a hell of a career,
appreciate y'all.
teaching these babies, man.
For sure.
Mhm.
7 national championships,
For
Mhm.
sure.
a lot of kids that's in college and continuing to motivate
Great
these
stuff.
kids to be the best version of themselves, man. That's
For sure.
all we can ask for, from you.
Mhm.
And so we
Appreciate
thank
y'all.
you, man. We thank you.
We
Appreciate
appreciate it,
y'all.
coach.
Appreciate y'all
Appreciate
for
it.
thinking about
Appreciate
having me.
it.
All love, bro. Hey, and if they want to get it in, it ain't too late. Y'all can make it happen. Let me know.
Okay, bet,
I
bet.
we appreciate. Hey,
Yo,
we appreciate Coach Rod for
All
stopping
right.
by, man. Hey, Ken.
What's up? What's the word, man?
All I'm gonna say is this, bruh. I ain't never been so disappointed in the Orlando Outlaws grind mode, bruh. Coach said here, bro, Ken, another person got you looking crazy, Ken.
Got me looking crazy.
You stood up for the Orlando Outlaws, bruh.
I
You
did.
stood up. You said, man, yeah, he right, man. Well, they need to get their ranking changed, man. They this, they that. They run into the smoke.
I
Man,
did.
you telling folks, man, you want to know who you can play? Grind mode to play anybody, bro. Yes, look crazy.
You made an ass.
Yes, look
Hey,
crazy.
listen, bro. I can't help it though. Listen, man. These folks be sounding very convincing. Man, I'll play anybody. Hey, listen. But I'm starting to understand what that means. I'm starting to understand what that means. I'll play anybody means
If I
I'll
can
play
win,
some
bro.
people.
If
No,
I
it
can
means
win.
no, 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 no. That means that I'll play certain people except
Yep. Yep.
that's what that means. I'll play
It's
anybody.
got to be a game I know I can win. If
Yeah,
I
for
don't
sure.
like know without a shadow of a doubt I can win, I'm gonna say I'm gonna play, and then like, bruh, to say like, bruh, for Bugatti to duck that game, bruh. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know how they have a park. Hey, bruh. Either we national. I'm going to the coach. Are we national or not?
Mm-hmm.
Either we national or we not. If we ain't national, cool, coach. We ain't got to play. If we national, we can't duck it, coach. We got to play. Matter of fact, let me hit on my Bugatti contact and see, man. Cause Coke got to be lying, man. Coke got to be lying, man. Coke,
Hey,
I
man.
can't.
So look, bro. They got some really good games that needs to be played. And like he said, man, a lot of you folks trying to wait. And shout out to Yoshi and them, bro. Shout out. Now it's so damn late, but shout out to Yoshi and them because they are getting ready to play them folks on Christmas Day. And this is a game that everybody wanted. But I don't know how in the hell y'all got to the conclusion that y'all want to play 3 hours away and y'all supposed to be 15 minutes apart. I don't know. How the hell you get to that point? You feel what I'm saying? Nah. Hey, no, Twine. Do not tag no goddamn Leroy. Coach Leroy probably already been in here. And he didn't want to come on when Coach Rob Mack was on here. We don't want to hear it now. We don't want to hear it. That man had every chance in the world. He says Thanksgiving night, Ken. Yeah, he had every chance in the world to come here and let it be
That's
known what it
that's
was.
that's a disappointment, Ken. I ain't gonna lie, who.
You see what Coach
I and what's
Mariel
crazy
came in,
about
pulled up.
Bugatti is, bro, Bugatti is good, bro.
Oh,
They're
for sure.
good.
I for sure good.
They're really damn good, bro. Hey, I got another team. I'm gonna be real with y'all, bro. If this team is still ranked at the end of the week, it's proof that rankings mean nothing. If the Bessemer Tigers are letting you, don't bring their ass outside. I know Trevon, and I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Tucker. if the Bessemer Tigers 11U do not play the Midwest Sawboys when they come to Georgia, I don't understand why they're being talked about. I don't even know why they in a ranking. Let's just be clear. I don't know why the Bessemer Tigers 11U is even in a ranking. They don't. I don't. We can say we want to say about the 6, 7, 8, 9s, and 10s. We can say whatever we want to say, but damn it, at least they not on a milk carton trying to be damn found somewhere. I don't know what's going on with Bessemer 11U. If they ain't playing Trevon, the Midwest Sawboys, if they ain't playing Trevon, I apologize. If they're not playing the Midwest Sawboys, a 2-hour drive from Atlanta. The only national game they're going to probably get before December. If they don't have to play that game to go to nationals, it's bull jive, bro. I got to call y'all out on that, bro. I got to. Because it's lame that them dudes literally have won nothing.
Hey, bro. Hey, listen. Somebody asked me why Coach Trevon and all them, right, didn't why they in the ranking and all this other stuff. I said, well, damn. If everybody else was playing, Coach Trevon and them wouldn't be in no damn rankings. It ain't
That's a
no
fact.
home cooking and nothing.
It's
It's just that
nothing.
ain't nobody moving. Nobody moving. So it's
Like, bruh.
easy to keep people in the same place. Hey, hold on. Wait. Now we see you, Christopher Jarrett. Now we see you. Hold on. What did he say? He said straight up that Bessemer or is a YNC or. He says so they'll be in there. It says have to respect his
So I'm going
honor.
to tell you like this, Chris. I don't disagree. I actually agree with that thought process. 6, I wouldn't care if he asked 6. Yeah, they've won, they've lost, but hell, they play. They've played a lot of the top teams. 7U is 7U. They gave GA the best bump. 8U, YNC preseason champs. 9U, again, they just got 40 ball by Adamsville, but regardless, they've been outside. They'll play anybody. 10U is 10U. They ain't won a national game since YNC, but again, they still traveling. They'll play anybody. The damn 11U wouldn't play a girls' flag team if we paid them to do it, bro. They refuse to play football. I don't even know if they play regular season football. I don't even know if they play regular season football, bro. So it's just like, bro, I don't even mind that thought process. I don't mind it. What I do mind, damn, can they play one game? Can we make them play one game? Just one.
There's
They can
one.
play one game, and
Just
I'm
one.
like, bro, they good, bro. They straight. Like, it is what it is. But damn, we can't get one. And I'm going to even make it easy. You can play the Midwest Sawboys when they pull up. Sorry, Tucker. No disrespect. But this is what we want to see. It's the only damn game that I know can be made because it's only a little 2-hour drive for them. Hell, you can make that game and have you could be back at home all within 6 to 7 hours, bro.
For sure. He said after that statement, he says they know they don't have to. Hey man, what's the
Parker said
incentive?
they play walk down. You missed what I said, Cole Parker. They ain't played a game since YNC. Like, they have done nothing. Like Cole Parker. Them dudes, you see Brick City, right? They got something on the schedule. Them dudes have nothing, bro.
You talk about Bessemer?
Yes.
Well, nah, I think
Nothing.
Parker, my young bull, from he from Voodoo.
Mhm.
They played walk down, but they didn't even win. They never beat them.
That's what I'm saying. They ain't won a
They
national
ain't won
game.
a national game.
Even when they played them. July. Can we get a game, bro? Bro, every team play at least a little smoke in their league. It ain't even no smoke in y'all league. It ain't even you can't smell nothing, bro. You can't smell nothing.
Hey,
There's no smoke.
coach from Bessemer told us, he said, man, yeah, man, we ain't got our best players. So I guess still from the preseason,
They still ain't got their best
he
players.
still ain't got them.
He still
They
ain't got
still
them
missing. I
dudes,
guess they
bro.
in school.
Lord Jesus, them dudes should be ashamed, bro.
Yeah, I'm
Like
trying to
y'all
figure
is
it out.
robbing those kids, bro. Y'all are robbing them, bro. You're
Mm-hmm.
robbing them of an opportunity to maximize their potential, to maximize their playing ability, to maximize their notoriety. Like y'all are robbing them of that, bro. Stop saying that y'all are national. Just say, nah, we just want to play in our local league. We don't have that desire. Cool. But you can't say that you are something. Then you finna take them down there unprepared. It's going to be a 30 ball. You going to ask some parents for all that money to go down to YNC in December unprepared because you scary and don't want to play nobody. And then they going to go down there and you're going to get 30 ball. Like, come
And
on, bruh.
he said we
Come
played them
on,
with the
bruh.
best player and we still beat them. He says he's number 8. All
He
right,
was talking
hey,
about, that's what they said at Warzone. They say they ain't had their best player at Warzone. But moving on,
nah, they
man.
played them again at the
Yeah, at YNC.
yeah.
I
So they
remember.
played
I
them.
watched both
They
of them.
showed
I
out.
watched both games, and they're not a bad team. They weren't at that moment too far off at YNC to be like, oh, they should be sitting down. They're a good team. They can compete. Go compete, bro. Go compete.
That's the game Coach Javon should have played.
That's the game that but they got to be willing to play.
Yeah, they definitely got to
Bessemer
be
got to
willing to
be
play.
willing to
That's the
play,
game he
bro.
should have played.
Like, and I just think, bro, he come to Georgia, give him Bessemer and walk down game. Those are two good games. Tucker's a good game too. I just think Bessemer is a better game. Tucker, I ain't gonna lie to you, fool. I think it's a better game. Hell, I
Mm-hmm.
think that might be the only team they didn't beat. You know what I'm saying? It's Tucker, if I'm not mistaken. It was either them or Eastside. But what else you got, Ken, bruh?
Man, I ain't
I
got
I
much.
I got one. I
All right,
got one before tomorrow, bruh. And I ain't waiting for your picks. I ain't got this personal to me, bruh.
go ahead.
Gorilla Mob versus the OG Ducks.
I ain't gonna lie. I like OG Ducks.
I don't like them, Ken. Hey, Pop. I love the OG Ducks.
Damn,
Love them.
I'm going with Gorilla Mob. Hey, I'm going with.
Hey,
Hey, when he
hey,
gets
Ken.
that
Hey,
dramatic, bro.
Ken.
Go ahead.
Ken.
Huh?
I guarantee it, Ken.
Oh,
I guarantee
you really
that
will.
OG Ducks beat the Gorilla Mob, bro. I guarantee.
Hey,
Guarantee.
give me Gorilla Mob for 500. I'm gonna put a
Hey,
500 on that. Like literally, bro. If you guarantee that, you guarantee Bessemer, so I see, like you guaranteed a lot of games, bro, and you have not won yet. But I do want to pick. I do
whoa, whoa,
want
whoa,
to
whoa, whoa,
pick.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Yes,
whoa.
sir.
You said I haven't. Should I name all the games I've won?
No, that you guarantee that it's
I guaranteed Bessemer could win the YNC preseason. I guaranteed the Blackheart boys could beat Rep Reed 9U. We're not doing that, bro. I can go back to last year for me. I got some guarantees this year. I've guaranteed that
no, no,
HOA
no,
could
no.
win.
Did not guarantee.
What?
You felt like
Where's
they could
PA?
win.
Where's PA? Where's PA?
You didn't
I've
guarantee.
been.
You picked them to win, but you never said I guarantee.
What?
Yeah.
That's a lie. That's a lie, kid. That's a damn lie. I've been guaranteeing the damn best of my AU could. That's a lie.
I don't lie.
I've been guaranteeing best of my AU could win since last year when they were 30 ball in the damn championship. That's a damn lie.
He says
I've been
OG.
guaranteeing that. That's a damn lie.
A frontline said it's OG QB back healthy.
Even if he's not, they got another QB. They got another QB.
Hey, Tyler was good. He said
They
if
got
OG
another QB.
serious about a YC run, he says they gotta beat GMU
They gonna beat them, bro.
for sure. They
They
got
gonna beat them. Hey, Tyler, you gonna tell the you gonna? I just want to know if Tyler gonna tell the people what his percentage was last week. You know what I'm saying? I think I asked you 4 games. I just wonder what your percentage is, Tyler. I just want to see. Did you shoot 100%? Did you shoot 75? Did you shoot 50? 25. I think it was 4 games. What's your percentage out of them 4 games? I just want to see if you're gonna tell the people. Ken, what you think his percentage was? You got 4 games. What you think Tyler's percentage was in them 4 games, man?
What games were they?
So I want to make sure I quote myself correctly, man. Because I got some. Hey, there's certain people, Ken, that when we pick, I go back and I make them jokers pick, bruh. You got Bessemer. You got Bessemer versus Dallas, RDE versus So Icy, Dog Pound versus DMVU. And I'm gonna see if he gonna tell his picks, man.
Hey,
I'm gonna see if he gonna
I know
tell.
one of them he wrong on.
Which one?
It was the RDE and So Icy. He tried to tell me why So Icy was gonna win, and I tried to tell him that, bro, they all wrong for So Icy, bro. I tried to tell him that. I
I ain't
definitely
gonna
tried to
lie.
tell him that.
I ain't gonna lie, Tyler. I'm looking back. You had a terrible weekend, fool. You
Dang.
had a terrible weekend.
Dang.
Hey, hey, fool. Hey, Tyler, just let me know, man. Tell me if you cool with me telling them your picks. If not, I ain't gonna
Hey,
do
no.
it.
Give them to me. What's the other one? I know RDE, So Icy. What's the other one?
Let me see, man. Bessemer versus Dallas Elite. Continue.
He had Bessemer.
I ain't gonna say.
Yeah, he had
I
Bessemer.
ain't
Go
gonna
ahead.
confirm. Dog Pound versus DMVU.
He had DMVU. Now that's the one. That's the one he probably got right. He got Dog Pound.
DMVU versus Bugatti.
Yeah, he definitely got that one wrong.
I ain't
Hey,
gonna confirm.
hey,
I ain't gonna confirm.
yeah,
And
hey,
the last one is YFN versus DMVU.
I think that's the one he got right. Another one. He got YFN.
But he had a terrible weekend. But I got let me see what Loaded got, man. I forgot about 35 Loaded, man. I forgot about 35 Loaded.
And
Hey, I'm just gonna be y'all are terrible, bruh.
they talk
Y'all
all
are
that stuff about
terrible.
what we can't do, what we get
Okay. Oh,
wrong.
wait. I asked Bessemer versus Dallas Elite. I asked him RDE versus So Icy, and I asked him Dog Pound versus DMVU.
He got the So Icy one wrong.
He 2-3. That's all I'm gonna say. He's 1-3. He's 1-2. He's 1-2. He got 1 game right and 2 games wrong, man. 35. You ain't have a good weekend. They ain't the only 2. I'm gonna find all of y'all. And I know I got some comments to dig through. Y'all be patient with me, man. It's been a crazy work week, crazy high school, football week, all that. I'm gonna dig through. I'm gonna find all the ones that I be telling to message me. Because this is in the words of Ken, this is fun. Seeing y'all go 1 for 4, 1 for 5. It's hilarious.
Hey, them
They
folks
think it's
crazy.
easy. They think it's easy.
Yeah.
They think it's easy. Oh, they think it's easy to make. See, I'm figuring y'all out. See, y'all get to sit behind the screen and y'all ain't got to stand and put your picks out for the world and be wrong.
Hey, should we create another segment? Call them out.
Call
Huh?
them out.
Call them out.
Hey, bruh, I'm going to start match. I want people, matter of fact, when we do the call, he said, I'm picking up your bad habits.
Hey,
Hey, I want y'all to start calling in so that way I can get y'all picks. I want
hey,
y'all to call in with your picks.
look, you can't get here, man. You can't get here. We're national sports chat at by starting at what 2 and
And
3, 2 and 4.
1-2 and 1-3. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But man,
Y'all ain't on
I
our
ain't got
level,
too
bro.
much more, bro. I ain't
Me
got
either, man. Good night, bro. I appreciate it.
yes,
I
sir.
appreciate
Hey,
it.
y'all do us a favor, man. Definitely hit the like button.
Hey, one more thing.
Go ahead.
It's time for the mid-season. The mid-season list are coming. I'm talking about top 7U, top 8U, top 9U, top 10U, top 11, 12, and 13 now. We're going to start with the quarterbacks. We gotta move though, y'all. We gotta move. I gotta get through all my quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, D linemen, linebackers, DBs, all that. So we gotta move fast this time. So send me them top 7U quarterbacks, them top 8U quarterbacks, 9U quarterbacks, 10U quarterbacks, 11U quarterbacks, 12U quarterbacks, 13U quarterbacks. And then if you are knowledgeable, let's have that conversation about the top offenses in the age groups, top defenses in the age groups. I don't know if I'm taking 6 or 8, but I'm putting a cap on it. I don't know if I'm gonna take 6 or 8. But if you knowledgeable about it, let's talk about it in the hit my line on Instagram. And then if I take too long to get back with you, hit Ken. He gonna tell me who you is and make me get back with you. I
Hey,
appreciate
so
it. Go
look,
ahead,
hey,
Ken.
look, I do got one.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if your coach is in here, make sure that you guys send us y'all roster. Please send us y'all roster. We want to get to know these kids on a first last name basis. Please, coaches, do your job, your part, please. I know you folks feel like you can't do everything, but I know you got a team mom. Send your team mom and you know, this to give us the rosters and stuff like that. Because if
For
your
sure.
name not mentioned and you don't get picked, blame your coach. Because
Yeah.
I
And
did my, you know
I'm
what I'm
trying
saying?
to pick some different. I'm trying to be open minded, pick a lot of different kids.
Yeah. So
But
send us that
I
roster.
need them IGs, I need them stats, I need all that, bro. I ain't just going off. You say Lil Bobo good. Hell no. I gotta be able to verify it. And yo 2-3 clips. That ain't gonna help me verify it, bro. So make sure y'all got them pages right. Make sure that your coaches, man, this is when playing in a good league, all that good stuff matters. So go ahead, Ken, though, man. It's on you to finish
Hey
us
man,
out, bro.
thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, please hit that like button, subscribe. Make sure y'all follow the page. Also go to Fanatics, Sports Fanatic
For
underscore.
sure.
Make sure y'all go follow the page, man. It's been growing. I see the support,
For sure.
that y'all giving us and stuff. So man, we thank y'all, man. We thank y'all. We out.